Are you a fabulous choreographer who should be discovered in a big way? A choreographer doing artistic work, fresh dances, experimental stuff, entertaining showstoppers, or just plain well-composed dances? Then the Choreography Awards at Kathy Rose Ultimate Dance Competitions are for you. Thousands of dollars in shopping sprees with curtain call costumes will be given to top choreographers, and our national finals will award the Choreographer of the Year an opportunity to be produced in their own video. Call 1-800-800-5437 or visit www.kathyrowe.com.
הרחמן הוא ייתן אחווה בין בני יצחק ובין בני ישמעאל הרחמן הוא ייתן אחווה בין
I'm going to show you 3 different dances. They're not related to each other at all. However, each one of these dances is a cornerstone to a suite of dances that I did. I really like to do suites of dances. I like to put 6 or 8 numbers together, maybe 3 minutes in length, not very long, and I like to overlap them and make a suite of dances that tell a story or have a theme. And I don't like to do blackouts. I just let one piece lay on top of the other. Now, in my most, I would say, significant works, my themes are really very autobiographical. They're dances that come from my own experiences or from things that I feel or things that I've lived. And of course, these pieces are only autobiographical to myself. But what I'm hoping is that just in learning some of these dances, you can turn them into dances that tell your story and find other pieces of music and other dances and build suites around them yourself, and then they can become autobiographical suites that tell your story. The first number I'm going to show you is called Patchwork Quilt. Again, this is one of my very, very favorites, and I want to tell you a little bit about the dance. Patchwork Quilt is, of course, about the AIDS quilt. Maybe you know about this. It went on tour of our whole country, and each square of the quilt was handmade by a loved one of someone who had died of complications due to AIDS. I, of course, had a square in that quilt myself for my teacher, my mentor, my friend, Ernest Morgan. Now, I danced with Ernest in the late 70s in his dance company, Dance Hawaii, and I would say Ernest made the biggest impression on me in terms of becoming a choreographer. When I had gone to school in the 70s, what we were learning about in choreography, we were learning about choreographers such as Meredith Monk and Merce Cunningham, and they were dancing about first functional types of choreographic works. And this is something I learned in school, and maybe you learned it too. First functional works are works that are really just about the movement, about design. They speak of dance through its own medium, its own design. They're really not about anything else. Where second functional works are really about something. They express the lyrics of a song or a poem. They actually have an emotional content, where the first functional works would not. So when I was in school, we only learned about doing first functional choreography. Second functional choreography was not really valued at all or even taught. It was just an era. It was just what was popular at the time. So right out of school, when I went into Ernest's dance company and he was doing second functional works, I'd never seen anything like it. I never saw anybody dancing from the inside out like that. And it made a huge impression on me. So I did dance with Ernest for many years, and I was highly, highly influenced by Ernest. Ernest died of complications due to AIDS in the late 80s, but before he died, he sent me a tape of some of his most precious and special dances with a note. And the note said, "Please don't let my dances die." So for years, I did set those on my company. And then what I began to do is make dances that reminded me of Ernest, or reminded me of how he lived and died, or reminded me of how he choreographed. Last year, I choreographed this number, Patchwork Quilt, in my concert, and it was dedicated to Ernest. I built an entire suite around this piece, and the name of the suite was Invincible. In my Invincible suite, I talked about many people who have lived before and whose work has been highly influential in shifting not only the world, but my world. I included some people such as Vincent van Gogh for his incredible vision. I did Starry, Starry Night. I included a song by Leonard Cohen called Joan of Arc. I was brought up in the Catholic Church, and I remember the nuns telling us about Joan of Arc, and I was thinking, wow, now there's somebody who has devotion to what they believe in. I just couldn't believe that story about her. So one of the numbers was for Joan of Arc, another for Martin Luther King, another was for a contemporary of ours, John Lennon. So you can see that if you made a suite called Invincible, it would be very, very different than my suite. It would be about people in your life or people in your experience who have really shifted and shaped your perception of life. To get the song Patchwork Quilt, the one I use, by Sweet Honey in the Rock, you can call me at 1-800-800-5437 and ask for the In This Land CD.
They unfolded your lives one by one. They laid out your patchwork under the sun, and people gathered from miles around to witness your quilt spread on the ground. And then they call out your name. Oh yes, they called out your name. Oh, and you live forever. You know that I'll be loving you just like a patchwork quilt. Ooh. Sisters and brothers and daughters and sons and children and babies and lovers and friends, they all lay before me, sewn into one. And then they call out your names. Oh yes, they call out your names. Oh, and you live forever. You know that I'll be loving you just like a patchwork quilt. Oh, your lives had meaning and your lives had joy. You touched so many people, many more than you will know. And you wrap yourselves around me as I walk down these roads. Your legend feel the warmth of your lies. Oh, and you will live forever. You know that I'll be loving you just like a patchwork quilt. My heart spills over, flowing with tears. I cry for your suffering and for your shortened years. And I'll take you with me as I walk away, remembering you who have died with AIDS. Yes, I remember your names. Yes, I remember your names. Oh, and you will live forever. You know that I'll be loving you just like a patchwork quilt. I'll be loving you like a patchwork quilt. I'll be loving you like a patchwork. I'll be loving you like a patchwork.
This number, Patchwork Quilt, starts in first parallel. Now, the words are so lovely, and I did choreograph this motivated by the lyrics, so I'm going to be telling you both the lyrics and the counts. We'll start with the counts, though. All the girls come on, and they start here with their heads down, and they're in parallel first position. And the counts are 1, 2, open 3, 4, and then each group has their own count for this. Some are on 5, some are on 6, some go on 7, and everyone holds on 8. So just for the video, I will go on count number 7. So again, I have 1, 2, open 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold 8. From here, you put your hands around your waist like this. Side, back, side, front. Now with your arm. Side, back, side, front. The lyrics go like this. They unfolded your lives one by one. They laid out the patchwork under the sun. The next words are people gathered from all around to see the quilt laying on the ground. The counts are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you saw that I had dancers walking in all over from the sides of the stage, and that's where I bring in most of the dancers. So let's review that much. We have 1, 2, open 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next counts are, we're just going to go down to the floor. 1, 2, I'm already down. 3, 4, spinning around. You have to be here on 5, 6, lift 7, 8, and there's a 12 in the music here, and we go 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's try that again, and I will tell you the lyrics, but you'll hear the count in my voice. So this goes. They unfolded your lives 5, 6, 7, 8. They laid out your patchwork under the sun. Walk for 8 counts. People gathered from miles around to witness your quilt. You're down here on 5, laying on the ground. You have to go into your back and lift on 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the words go, and we called out your name. And they called out your name 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it happens again. And you go to first parallel, and they called out your name. So there were 2 12s there. Each time we say, called out your name, it's like a circle with your hands. Called out your name, and the call goes in between that circle. And then to the front, we were here on 7, and they, this is first parallel, and they called out your name. We releve on the word name. Next, the words say, and you will live forever. So we are going to go down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up. The words are, and you will live forever. So it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4 as you're coming around. After that part, they're saying you will live forever, just like the patchwork quilt. We have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Come right through with a combre. 1, 2, double opaque. 3 and 4. This goes 5, 6, 7. From here, all of the dancers have a different port-de-bras that takes them to the back of the theater. And just depending on how many dancers you have and how many lines you have, you'll just want to make a port-de-bras that's, suits you and your dancers. But now I'm just going to dance that verse for you.
They unfolded your lives one by one. They laid out your patchwork under the sun, and people gathered from miles around to witness your quilt spread on the ground. And then they called out your name. Oh yes, they called out your name. Oh, and you live forever. You know that I'll be loving you just like a patchwork quilt. Ooh.
Now here you can see how I've used the port-de-bras. I assigned group 1, group 2, and group 3. So the port-de-bras is all in canon. But as you'll see, all the dancers end up facing the back and reaching with their left arm. The next verse talks about all the people that came to see the patchwork quilt. It says there were men and women, mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, daughters and sons, children. Everybody was there to see the unfolding. So I have the dancers in 4 different groups. This is what the first group does. Now, if you remember, they're all just reaching to the side. The first line comes forward and they are holding the babies. They're going 1, 2, 3, 4. They rock the baby and release, and rock the baby and release. That's all they do for this whole verse, is rock the baby and release. The second line coming up, they have a little bit more choreography. After the rock the baby people go, they've been to the side, and they have this combination. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they're standing right behind the rock the baby people. 5, 6, 7, 8. They come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're back to the front one more time before they stand up and they reach out with all the other dancers. The third group the third line back, they have some different choreography. They start on count number 5. Now this combination of the third group, you're going to see this repeated again later on. So we just have to remember this combo so that we can see it later on and recognize it. This combo starts on count number 5. So they've been holding. The baby people have gone, the second people have gone, and this group goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3, 4, over the top, over the top. Now sometimes they do that over the top thing with a turn. So let me show you that combo again, and this time I'll do the over the top with the turn. It goes. They were waiting right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3, 4, over the top. They turn it over the top. They have a little bit more of a turn. Later on in the combination, you'll see that with more of a turn, and you'll see that the groups pass through each other. So we'll be watching for that to come up. Let's look at this again so we can see the staging. Here come the dancers who rock the baby and release. Next we have the other dancers coming forward right behind them, and that group that started on count number 5 has already gone. Now the very back row, you'll see all they're doing is running in a circle around the stage. And then everyone reaches up to resolve and spins into the circle. And again, we have, they called out your name, and then they called out your name. Same motif. Now you know this combo, it goes down, up, up, turning in. But this time I've just done it in 2 circles. They have another port de bras that's going to lead them to reaching up, and again they go to the floor and walk to their new place. Now, as you've seen when you watch this performance to begin with, there is so much staging in this number. Not a lot of choreography, but a lot of staging, such as this. In this staging, you can see the front dancers are just doing a port de bras, and then I have lifts going on with the dancers in the back. It's very effective and beautiful, but see how simple it is? And from here, the staging goes that the dancers disperse and go into a half circle, and I have a feature dancer here in the front. Let me show you this little combo that the feature dancer does. There's one more combination I want to show you. This is what the feature dancer does, and at the end I have 3 dancers in a trio that do this combo. Now the feature dancer, she really does have just a little variation of this. I'll show you the whole combo, even though the feature dancer coming up next doesn't do the very first part, but you'll see that again at the end when the trio does it. It starts with a chaîné turn to the front. It goes 1, 2, 3, reach 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, land to the back on 8. Now the trio does this, the feature dancer doesn't. Presses the hands down on 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'll see at the end the trio kind of falls into the rest of the dancers that are coming on. The feature dancer, however, she comes up and then has one hand press her to the floor. From there, you see all the other dancers come around her as she goes down, and with their energy and with their love, they revive her and she opens up. Let's watch the choreography for the feature dancer one more time. You can see that she starts here with the arabesque, and the other dancers in the back go to the floor with their backs to her as she keeps dancing. You can see they have a head roll back there. As she goes to the floor, they all look at her and indicate their energy is going towards her, and that theme builds and builds, and as she goes down, they come in and revive her. From there, you'll see the dancers go into that little down, up, up. They make two lines and they do this combination again. You've seen this one before. And remember I told you it had a little bit of turn to it. You see it's right here as they go through the lines. And then this group exits. Now here comes the trio in that last combination. They're alone on the stage just for a moment here. And then I have everyone else just entering with a grapevine. And their arms are out. I really love the horizontal look of this. From here, I'm going into staging for a new feature dancer. The words are so lovely here. You can see as the feature dancer says, "And I called out your name." As she calls out the name, the dancers wake up. "And I called out your name." Here the words go, "And we will live forever because I'll be loving you like a patchwork quilt." And you see that I just have a lot of port de bras going on. Very simple movement, but so beautiful and effective. Here's my favorite part. At the end of the number, as everyone just appears to be lifeless, other dancers come and they do sort of a laying on of hands and revive those laying on the floor. They wake them up, pull them up, and everyone exits. The next dance I'm going to show you, the name of the song is the Hebrew Peace Prayer, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about how this dance came about. After the events of 9/11, I did what the rest of the country did. I closed down my studio, I went home, and I sat in front of the television for a week and cried. I'm sure that all of us were very, very shocked and very, very grief-stricken, and it was hard to come back and open our businesses. So after a week, I knew that I had to let the kids back into the studio, and I had to open up, and we had to do something, but I just really didn't feel like putting on, upbeat music and kicking and turning and really experiencing the joy that I get out of dance so much of the time. It just didn't feel right. So our first days back, all I did was teach yoga classes to my students, and I just asked them to just go inside and breathe, and this was our re-entry into our little world of dance. And then my friend Audrey Durrell, you might have seen her on some of my videos, she brought over a CD for me that was called Songs from All Over the World That Are Really Prayers. That's not the name of the CD, but that's the little compilation that she had made for me. And one of the songs on there seemed so incredible to me. It was called The Hebrew Peace Prayer, and it's by Rebbe Soul. After 9/11, this was the first piece of music I thought that I could actually approach and choreograph. And of course, I don't understand Hebrew, but something about the lyrics were so poignant, even though I didn't understand them. And they seeped so deeply into me that I just found this song irresistible and wanted to choreograph it. During the holiday season, I do a show called Making Spirits Bright, and this piece premiered in that show as a suite of dances that will lift the spirits and make the audience feel that their spirits have become more bright and more light. Other dances that I used in this suite can be seen on other videos that I have. One of them is Making Spirits Bright Volume 2, and I included in the suite from that video dances to songs Where Shall I Send Thee and O Holy Night. From my video The Splendor of Lyrical Volume 2, I use Joy to the World and Ave Maria. The suite turned out to be very, very uplifting and lovely. The music, like I said, is by Rebbe Soul. The CD is called Fringe of Blue, and you can get it by visiting his website at www.rebbesoul.com or call 877-692-7999.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. הרחמן הוא ייתן אחווה, אחווה בין בני יצחק ובין בני ישמעאל. הרחמן הוא ייתן אחווה, אחווה בין בני יצחק ובין בני ישמעאל.
This is the Hebrew prayer for peace. I choreographed this, as I said, right after 9/11, and we were practicing it in my ballet class. We just happened to be working on a lot of waltzes at that time in the semester, and so there are a lot of waltzes in this little number. Now, the choreography is actually short. There's not a lot of it. However, I repeat it a lot, and I repeat it with different staging. This number opens with what I call my menorah, and you'll see that the dancers all come in holding hands. They do a bourrée, and they each look like they're holding a candle. Actually, they are each holding a candle, but in the menorah, it looks like they have a candle in both hands. They sort of swivel around each other, and then they end up in a new spot, sort of like two lines. From there, they each have their own little turn and opening, and I call this the flower. When they all open up from the menorah, this is the flower. From the flower, they go into a combination. You'll see that this number has so much staging. I'll help to lead you through it. But this is the main combo. The combo starts with a waltz across the floor. Now, of course, you want your students to really move out, but I'm going to take just kind of baby steps and mark it since I don't have a full stage. But you want this to really move out. The waltz goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The music is, of course, faster than that, but let's try that again. We're going to start with waltzes, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shanae. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From here, I'm going to soutenu around on 1, 2, 3. I plie on 4, 5, 6. Waltzes to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Attitude turn. 1, 2, 3, land 4, 5, 6. Piqué and piqué all the way around. Let's do the whole thing from the beginning. Ready to waltz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plie. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From here, the girls have a battement. 1, 2, 3. Chaîné, 4, 5, 6. One more set of waltzes here. The girls spin to the back, lift, and open. Now from here we go into a lot of staging. You'll see that the girls bourrée with their arms out into one straight line, and then they open one at a time like a domino effect. From there, each girl has their own little special way of going out of the line and then coming back into the line. From there, you'll see a processional that moves forward, and when it's time for each girl to leave the line, they just spin to the side of the stage and go to the very back. When they get to the back, you're going to see that they start the same combination again, except they do it with a different staging idea. Now they do it from the corners, one group on the right foot, one group on the left foot, and they do a crossover. From there, they exit the stage, and then they meet up in the wings, and you'll see the menorah cross the stage once more. Now, I used this crossing so that I could introduce my next dancer for the next piece. I'd like to dance that for you now with the music, and I'm not going to have any candle or sleeves or outfit or anything. But then you'll see my demonstrator Sarah come on, and she's got on the beautiful costume by Curtain Call, where I took the skirt and made little elastic bands for the arms, and I sewed the skirt up to those elastic bands. Then when they hold the candle, the look is really beautiful.
הרחמן הוא ייתן לחווה, לחווה, ובין בני יצחק ובין בני ישמעאל. הרחמן הוא ייתן לחווה, לחווה, ובין בני יצחק ובין בני ישמעאל. הרחמן הוא ייתן לחווה, לחווה, ובין בני יצחק ובין בני ישמעאל.
This next piece has the most astounding history of all. It's really uncanny, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about it. At the beginning of this year, I knew that I had to put on my annual concert in May. But like all choreographers, I'd kind of hit a wall. I just didn't have anything to say or didn't have anything I cared about dancing about. I just couldn't think of anything to do. Ever been there? So the only thing I could really think of doing is sitting in my bed in the morning and at night and doing these little meditations where, I don't know about you, but my dad used to squirt out the garage with a hose, and just everything got squirted out of that garage, and it was completely empty and clean. So I would do this little meditation where I'd take this hose and I just squirt out my mind so that everything would just leave my mind. I saw people flying out of there, and everything was flying out of there. And I tried to squirt out my mind with light or water or whatever meditation I could come up with so that it would be just empty. And then I would say to God or to the angels or the universe, you know, if there's anything you want me to say, now's the time to tell me, because I have room in here to think about it. So please, if there's anything I'm supposed to say or do, bring it to me now. I never really felt anything come to me, and I never really got any ideas just like, oh wow, that's a great idea. But things happen really slowly and covertly, I find. And right around this time, I had also gone to my 30th year high school reunion. At my reunion, I saw my longtime girlfriend, Pat Madden, and she said she had become a singer, and she had her CD with her, and she gave me her CD. Now, on this CD, I found the most remarkable song. Well, everything on Pat's CD is wonderful, but she had sung the lyrics to the song On Children by the poet in the earlier part of the century, Khalil Gibran. I'm sure you know this poem on children. It's from his book, The Prophet. Well, Pat sings this song on her CD just for about a minute. And you know, my generation, all of us know that poem from The Prophet and many more. So she sings the song with the lyrics to The Prophet, and then it goes into this song called Breaths, which is written by Dr. Barnwell from the group Sweet Honey in the Rock. Now, this song, Breaths, it's so enchanting, and the lyrics are a little bit on the, well, they almost cross the line of what you could do with kids, I thought, but not quite. They were just beautiful enough to make it. And what the lyrics talk about are that we should listen more often to things in our world than to beings in our world, and that the dead and our ancestors are not really under the earth or under the ground, but instead they're in the whispering trees, and they're in the rocks, and they're in the grass, and it's very poetic. I was so taken with this song that I decided I just had to choreograph it, but I didn't know where to put it in my show because I just couldn't build a suite around that. So I put it in a suite of gospel numbers that I was doing. It's not a gospel number, but it just seemed to fit. And in fact, those gospel numbers are on my tape, Rhythm of the Spirit. So this number, On Children and Breaths, was in the middle of a gospel suite. Now, this gospel suite, we were going to premiere it on May 17th of this year. We were all set up for the show. On May 15th, my lead dancer, my longtime friend, Candace Tomatich, was taken from us to heaven in a car accident. Now, if you've seen my videos before, you've seen Candace, you know her. She's been on my videos for the past 8 years. So as it happens, our gospel suite, our show that was supposed to go on the 17th of May, became a memorial for Candace. Every dance in that gospel suite is about liberation of the spirit. But this dance, On Children and Breaths, is the most poignant. And as I watched it, I couldn't even believe that the choreography came out of me. I couldn't even connect with it. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you do something and you're just so wrapped up in the focus of it that later on when you step back and watch it, you don't even know where it came from. And that's what this piece looked like to me. And as I watched it at her memorial, I thought this is truly one of the strongest, most important, most poignant pieces that I'd ever done. And in her memory, I'd like to share it with you. And in the memory of all of those, all of our loved ones who have left us on earth, but are still with us in our spirit, I'd like to dedicate this number, On Children, and it goes into Breaths. I think you'll be just as enchanted with this music as I am. And as I said, the version is sung by my longtime friend Pat Madden and her group Second Opinion. You can get the CD by sending a check or money order to Pat for $18. Please send it to Pat Madden, 312 Drosty Circle, East Lansing, Michigan, 48823.
Your children are not your children. They are the sons and the daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but they are not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you. You can give them your love, but not your thoughts. They have their own thoughts. They have their own thoughts. You can house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in a place of tomorrow which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You can strive to be like them, but you cannot make them just like you. Strive to be like them, but you cannot make them just like you. Your children. Bum bum ba-dee da dum. Bum bum ba-dee da dum. Bum 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 ba-dee da dum. Bum 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 ba-dee da dum. Listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the water. Those who have died have never, never left. The dead are not under the earth. They are in the rustling trees. They are in the groaning wood. They are in the crying grass. They are in the moaning rock. The dead are not under the earth. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the water.
In this number, I have 3 levels of dancers: low, medium, and high. This is my lovely demonstrator, Brisa, and she's going to show you the movement to the poem that the dancers at the low level do. So here we go. Let's take your place, Brisa. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but they are not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you. You can give them your love, but not your thoughts. This is Rebecca, and Rebecca represents the middle row, which is also the middle level. So Rebecca will show you what this row does. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but they are not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you. You can give them your love, but not your thoughts. This is Robin, and Robin is going to show us what the dancers at the high level do. So here we go. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but they are not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you. You can give them your love, but not your thoughts. Now we'll look at what all 3 levels do at the same time. Okay, girls, take your places. They're all looking down. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but they are not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you. You can give them your love, but not your thoughts. We'll go on. They have their own thoughts. They do anything they want. They have their own thoughts. You can house their bodies, they're going to turn into each other, but not their souls. At this point, the girls pick up Brisa and she goes up in the air. 4. You can house their bodies, but not their souls. They come down, for their souls dwell in the place of tomorrow. On the word tomorrow, all of their arms are up here and then they open one at a time. For their souls dwell in the place of tomorrow, where you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. They're going to turn. You can strive to be like them, and then they get to do whatever they want, but you cannot make them just like you. You can strive to be like them. They come back in, dip, but you cannot make them just like you. Your children.
Your children are not your children. They are the sons and the daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but they are not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you. You can give them your love, but not your thoughts. They have their own thoughts. They have their own thoughts. You can house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in a place of tomorrow which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You can strive to be like them, but you cannot make them just like you. Strive to be like them, but you cannot make them just like you. Your children.
The next combination is to a song called Breaths. I bring in 5 dancers and they sort of usher away the children. And the way they do it is if you see the kids all on the floor here, the girls who are in children, they pretend to usher them off with a wave, and then they give them a little push, and those girls leave the stage. And then we go into our combination. The combination is in 3/4 time. So let me run through it with you. We start with a PK turn on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let me tell you how I taught that to my girls, and it makes it a little bit easier. Watch this hand right here, my right arm. So I'm coming through on 1, 2, 3. See that arm is up? I'm going to keep it there and just shunny under myself, and then I do my lunge. So that arm stayed up there the whole time. Let's watch it again from the PK turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm coming around, but I'm going to change my arms as I go. 1, 2, step 3, push 4, 5, 6. And I'm laying out. Let's do that whole part again. This looks like it's going to be a waltz, but then it isn't. We go 1, 2, waltz, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, land 3, pull 4, 5, 6. Attitude turn over the top. 1, 2, 3, just step right through. 4, 5, 6. Picking up your back leg, passe, down, 4, 5, 6. And you just float down to the ground right there. Let's try that whole combo again. Let's go from the top with the PK turn on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, land 3, push 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Running to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dip, 2, 3, 4, 5. turn out on count number 6. So I ran around for 6 counts, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Waltz back, 4, 5, 6. Open 1, 2, 3, around 4, 5, 6. And now if you can see, I'm making a little curve out of my arm here. It's like a vine that grows through. 1, 2, 3. You've got to have both arms up on 4 and come down for 5, 6. So let's say I just ran around. 4, 5, 6. Parallel. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's watch that much of the combination.
Your children. Bum bum ba dee da dum. Bum bum ba dee da dum. Bum 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 ba dee da dum. Bum 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 ba dee da dum. Listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the water.
Let's go on. We just came down here on 4, 5, 6. We're going to go into second position and turn. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open 1, 2, 3. Bring this leg behind. 4, 5, 6. Around and up. It happens again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're coming around, and the words here are, the dead are not under the earth. And we want to do this right on those words. It's count number 1, but it goes, the dead are not under the earth. From there, we've got to take this right foot and cross it on the top, lifting. And the words are so beautiful here. Let's do this to the words instead of the counts. I'll tell you the counts too, but they say, the dead are not under the earth. They are in the rustling trees. And you come up as if you're the rustling trees. You're in the rustling trees. They are in the growing woods. They are in the crying grass. They are in the moaning rock. So those are the images that I was choreographing it to. Now I'll tell you what the counts are. It's all in 6s. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, the words are, the dead are not under the earth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you'll see some of the girls stay on the ground and stay here. But my feature dancer comes up, and she has a little bit of her feature material, which is just a waltz to the front and back, an attitude lift, and pull. So that's her little feature part. So now let's watch that much of the material.
Your children. Bum bum ba dee da dum. Bum bum ba dee da dum. Bum 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 ba dee da dum. Bum 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 ba dee da dum. Listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the water. Hum Those who have died have never, never left. The dead are not under the earth. They are in the rustling trees. They are in the groaning wood. They are in the crying grass. They are in the moaning rock. The dead are not under the earth. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the water.
Now there's a little crossover you see happening in the back when the girls who were in the Your Children piece come back on. And that's at my favorite part of the lyric when they say the dead are not under the earth. They are in the rustling trees. So they can't come on during that part. They're in the rustling trees. Let me just show you what their arms do. Their arms go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn your hands over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the tricky part is they're doing it while they bourrée. So some of them bourrée from stage right to stage left, and others from stage left to stage right. Let me just do it while I bourrée. Now I'm just going to do little teeny tiny bourrées, but the girls really have to move across the stage. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They are in the rustling trees. They are in the groaning wood. They are in the crying grass. They are in the moaning rock. The dead are not under the earth. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the water. Those who have died have never, never left. The dead have a pact with the living. They are in the woman's breast. They are in the wailing child. They are with us in